Victory is ours. Victory is ours. Victory is ours. Victory is ours.
Yo, what up, what up? We back.
Bang, 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 bang.
Did you miss me? Did you miss me? I know you did. Happy Friday, folks. Welcome to the Addict Virtual Open Mic. I am your host for this evening, Deep Entropy, Last of a Writer's Creed. Peace and blessings to each and every single one of you. Glad to be here again. Another Friday down. We have so much to be grateful for and be blessed with. Uh, I'm just happy to be here with you folks again, man. Shout out to everybody that's watching from wherever you may be seated. IG, X, Rumble, Twitch. Appreciate you for coming out, hanging with us. You know how we get down on Fridays. You know where the energy is at. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that bell, that thumbs up. Come through, chat with us. Let's connect. Let's network. Let's collab. Let's shake some stuff up. Any poets, any writers out there interested in joining one of our open mics, you can email me at creedfilms1984 at gmail.com. Or you can reach me on Instagram, pretty much on all platforms, at Deep Entropy Assembly of Excellence. Lock in. Let's make some stuff happen. I love to fellowship. I love to hear other people's minds at work. This is going to be a good show. I'm excited. I hope you're ready for some spoken word because I most certainly am. Tonight, I want to bring my brother up here. We actually just had a show yesterday on gang stalking. Make sure you go check that one out. Um, Tonight, we're not on that. We about good energy. We about to just hang back, relax, read some of this good word. Make sure you show some love to my brother. I'm about to bring him up. Let him introduce himself, and we're going to get into the show. So, if you're not following me over here on YouTube, Assembly of Excellence Podcast, go to your search engine, type it in, pull up, join the show if you want to be on it. Everybody's welcome. But without further ado, let me bring my brother up here real quick.
Hello. Sorry, I still got my camera off. My name is Don. All right, there you go. Yeah, I'm just here to share some spoken word with my brother. He's going to share some with me. I haven't had the pleasure too much to read too much of his work. You certainly have read a lot of mine, and I can't wait to hear some more from him. Other than that, I'm having a great day, man. About to start a new vibe right here.
That's what's up. Before we get into the show, because I'm clipped up. I'm always clipped up. The spoken is always on deck. Um, Introduce yourself to the people. You know what I'm saying? For those who not familiar with you, let them know a little bit about yourself, what you do, where you're from. Just to
Okay.
get familiar with the people.
All right. I'm 48 years old. I'm from upstate New York originally, but I've lived everywhere between East Coast to West Coast. I'm currently in San Diego, California, Sunshine State. Um, I'm I'm kind of an old soul, if you will. You know what I mean? I've always been drawn to wisdom and things of writing and things that are stoic. And I'm a bit of an empath, if you will. I've always been really in tune with others, and it's always helped me to have an ability to write. And up until now, I've been pretty private about my writing, except for people maybe I was in a personal relationship with. But I've just began within the last few months here of actually posting content, creating content based on my work. I am on Instagram at Killian Creative. I also have a YouTube page, Killian Creative as well. Um, I I love to write. I love to learn. I like to learn more about myself. I mean, writing seems to help me to learn more about myself and about my feelings and to become aware of those feelings in order to make a positive change, you know, and that's what I'm about now. I'm about change, and I'm an ambassador of change and growth, and that's what I push. And if you want to see anything of my content, you will see a lot of positivity, I think, for the most part. You'll see sometimes I'm a little bit political. I have some views on things, you know what I mean, that are probably not with the norm. You know, I'm my own person. I've been on both sides of some fences and seen a lot of things, and all my work is based on what I view in my world. And that's about it. That's who I am.
That's an introduction for you folks. Shout out to you, brother. I appreciate you for taking time out of your day to come up here, hang with us. I'm looking forward to hearing what you got. I got something on deck right now. I'm ready to jump into this, and I'll turn it over to you. You hear anything up here that you like? You want to show love in any way? Drop an emoji in the comment section. Remember, we just here to relax and vibe out, man. And man, I gotta take these off. I gotta see what I'm talking. All right, so here we go. I titled this one "Black Cognac." Come from resolution. I've unloosened the bonds from around my hands so that I can breathe like Harriet Tubman again. I can navigate the crossroads on my back or walk underwater in my shoes I've made out of cement. They wanted the enemy. Adjust the fonts in every hurdle I gasp. Some clasp each shut while picking opportunities to slice open my clerics. I found my mural love to be lopsided, only reciprocated through clerical errors. We live in a world of aerosol words, black lilac lilies paved with the scroll of Harry Potter bloopers. This is all the pretense to fictional meanings, or should I say mornings. I rose different, precarious. I'm finding loneliness compliments me more than your words. Maybe because they were made from Legos and none of those props could ever sustain virtue. Make the wicked go away, hide the sea of burning lips from drunken livers. I ain't come this far to be told to turn around, eat the very dirt we all were created from. Watch my mouth speak this abundance into existence. My collarbone carried my generation over thresholds. I've learned there are more than one way to fix a crown, pronounce a king, shelter the starving, but never knew what the difference was between owning land and owning property, selling your soul and being a brother in arms. No, you cannot pawn my gifts or skin this culture rich in too much poverty to accept your bribery.
I like that, man. I can um I can relate to some of the words that you had said. I especially like what you were saying about coming from dirt but not eating dirt. You know what I mean? I know and believe in God, and I know that He created me from such. And I felt like sometimes my oppressors have made me to feel like that's all I deserve is the dirt that I came from. You know what I mean? And I can't speak, but only from my experience and my take from that. You know what I mean? And I don't know exactly what yours was. Maybe I don't know if it was related, but that's what mine was. You know what I mean? And much respect for that poem. Thank you.
Appreciate
Um,
it.
this 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 one here is untitled. Um, in the labyrinth of self I strayed, walls of doubt so deftly laid, a fortress built against a flame that flickered in my eyes untamed. Chains of fears held fast and deep, yet through the cracks my spirit seeped, staring out my fractured soul, reflected pain a heavy toll. Cloudy visions of teared up stain, twisted truths see heart and pain. Misunderstood my sanity questioned, trapped in a game my being lessened. Curtains drawn against the strife, a fleeting respite from this life. Escape be tempting, bitter cure from all the fear I must endure. But stones have laid a path untold, each step I take, my spirit bold. Through darkness seeking dawn's embrace, I forge a path at my own pace. The fog will lift, the lies will fade, my voice no longer a charade. Unchained, my spirit will ascend, resilience that knows no end. No curtains now, I face the storm, my heart forever keen and warm. The stones they stack to break my will, but my spirit rises, a stronger still. Above the wreckage I will climb, beyond the broken, beyond time. Cloudy visions melt away, whispers silenced a brand new day. Misunderstood, I rise above, filled by the fire of self-love. I'll persevere, I'll break free, the future beckons, calling me. No curtains now, I'll take my stand, the world will see, they'll understand. Though sorrow lingers, I won't remain, trapped in yesterday's shadows in vain. With every step, I forge my way towards a brighter, hopeful day. SDN. Love that one.
Bang, 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 bang.
Love that piece. Love
Thank you.
that
Thank you.
piece.
That was quite a personal one. That was a lot of stuff in my personal life in there, and a lot of feelings for sure.
How long ago did you write that?
Well, you know, it's a revision. It's a revision of one that I wrote probably 2 years ago, and I just redid it yesterday. So it's new and old. You know what I mean? I tend to do that a lot. I tend to write a few words. I have so many notebooks. Well, I did have a lot of notebooks and pieces everywhere, and I just started slowly putting my pieces together. And this was it was a poem that was all totally done, but I relooked at it yesterday and just revised it to make it look a little bit neater and for the purpose of this open mic. But they're old. It's an old, probably 2 years old. The idea of it.
And 2 years old, but still relevant to this day.
Yes, sir.
Very, very. It's something I tell you. Anytime that I picked up the pen and I put anything on paper, it was from a very, very dark place or it was from a very freeing place. I was either transitioning through something or I was in it, like I was literally in the eye of it. So I can appreciate the headspace a person has to be in to jot down so many words that
Yeah.
might
Oh,
not
no.
really they might not really mean much to somebody else, but to somebody like me, it's everything.
Yeah. If it's, I think in a way that the two poems are quite related, similar, as far as the feelings. I mean, maybe the words are different, but some of the same feelings were there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with the first one that I wrote, it was really about what it's like to be my complexion,
Hmm.
how people tend to treat others differently because of their nationality,
Hmm.
knowing damn well that we all come from dirt. Nobody was brought into this world differently. Everyone has the same process.
Right.
So it's amazing to me how easily we can judge and prosecute and put people in boxes when we all end up in one and come out of one. That's a
Yes,
bar.
sir. That's funny right there. There you go. Out one and in one, huh? There you go. I got that other one right there. Yeah. I unfortunately came from a pretty poor place, a pretty impoverished place, a broke family of drugs and alcohol and of nothingness. And I spent a lot of my time, my life, always worried about what others thought of me because I was judged a lot. Maybe not exactly for my skin color, but definitely because of the way I was living or where I was from. You know what I mean? And now, don't it doesn't say that I haven't been in places where I was judged because of my skin color, or where I was in places maybe where others would say, "Hey, you don't belong here." You know what I mean? So I can quite relate to some extent to what you're saying. You know what I mean? I have felt oppression. You know what I mean? And I know what oppression is to my experience. You know what I mean? I can't speak in other people's experiences, but I know from my experience that what the word oppression and what skin and where you come from, and I know what these things are. Those judgments can hurt and be painful.
Yeah. I'm gonna read another one here, man. I'm in the spirit.
Cool.
I'm feeling like it. And for everybody that's watching, just bear with me. It's been a while. This one is a little more recent than the last ones that I read, which were back in 2017. This was 2020. Stir of Echoes. I hope y'all can hear me pretty clear too. We sat down by the creek in crimson foliage, mouths barely adjusted to the crisp fall playing gently between summer and pronoun. Her father took her here as a child, or I like to believe it's why she painted so well out here away from the skin suit hanging in our closet. I don't know why she hangs it there. Sometimes I catch her chasing her innocence at night. Then, in a sense of accomplishment, she has a cup of hot chocolate and burrows inside my chest. She never exploits her soul. When I'd ask why she use scars for wallpaper, she'd giggle. Cacophony out of the conversations and jumps into a pile of leaves. So I stopped asking. I just take her by the hand and jump from the ends of the world with her. I think she preferred it that way. Remainless, the sky falls on the descending ends of sacrilegion. This place must have kept all of her abusers at bay. To climb down like her stolen deep breaths. I could tell by the freedom no longer hitting in those blush laughs lines. This is where she feels most human. As the plummet quickened and she frolics off along the floating bow on the soulless waters, I noticed the scarlet letters whispering to me from the earth. Now I am adrift. Those silent private thoughts carry me to a gazelle of unspoken words with moss growing from its tree. So this is where she's doing her best work and why she hunts at night. She's trying to forgive herself. And I'm okay with that.
Wow, that's some deep stuff right there. I like it, man. Painful. I've known some ladies like that, man.
True story. It's not necessarily like word for word what happened, but that's how I grew up with that person.
Oh wow.
That's how, they went from being lost to trying to admire themselves, trying to learn themselves, trying to grow themselves as a woman, dealing with different people, questioning their femininity, questioning whether or not they were good enough. It was so many different transitions, and then they would leave and then come back, leave and come back. It was a whole whirlwind of stress. It was very tenuous. It's very draining. It's very soul draining. It's very mentally draining, especially if you're a person like me who, you try to be there for people even when at some points in life you have to walk away. This
Mm.
was one of those situations where I watched somebody go from being one way to another. It's like a beautiful bitterness, a bittersweet story, so to speak.
Wow. I It's kind of cool how we're kind of vibing right now. You know what I mean? Because my next poem kind of goes in a similar, um, the Merle of Love is the name of this poem, and it's about a love that I'm currently in, and it's painfully come to conclusion, you know, uh, due to life and how it beats us down, and, you know. But anyways, in the garden's heart of the heart, and in the gardens of the heart, where blossoms bloom bright, love's tendrils painted a vibrant merle, bathed in golden light. Each petal held a promise, a whispered tender vow, a sanctuary for two souls where time would cease to flow. But seasons shift, the winds of change begin to rise, whispering tales of endings, mirrored in tear-filled eyes. As leaves begin to weather, the vibrant colors turn to shade. The merle fades, its beauty starts to degrade. In twilight hush, the heart confronts the painful truth that its love embrace months had passed, can loosen its firm tooth. Like rivers reaching oceans, their paths begin to part, and sometimes letting go is the bravest act of the heart. To cling to fading embers to what was, not what is. A desperate grasp at shadows, a futile aching kiss. The ashes of the past may nourish seeds of growth anew, but freedom lies in the opening doors, in letting love break through. Love's essence flows like water, untamed, wild, and free. It cannot be chained or caged, it yearns for liberty. Like birds that migrate, seeking skies of endless blue, love's spirit finds its own path, forever pure and true. In letting go, there's beauty, a bittersweet release. Acceptance woven with grace, a pathway towards peace. The scars may linger, memories etched deep inside, but new horizons beckon where hopes and dreams reside. For love's not meant to be a cage, a prison of the soul, but wings that lift the spirit, making it whole. To soar through storms, to dance through winds, with change and sway, and to find its true north, where light will lead the way. In every ending, seeds of hope are gently sown, a chance for transformation, for strength to be known. To rediscover self, to heal and mend the broken parts, and open hearts to love that transcends all the earthly charts. The river of the heart will forever ebb and flow, through landscapes vast and wild where blossoms start to grow. Love's lessons learned etched deep within the soul's design, a testament to all that was and that will be intertwined. So let the winds of change carry you to distant shores where the dreams ignite, the spirit forever soars. And trust that love in mysterious, wondrous ways will guide you home where hearts can sing and freely play. For letting go is not an act of loss or defeat, but courage born from the feelings love's bittersweet. A willingness to embrace life's ever-changing tide and find the strength within to let your spirit glide. So open your heart, let go, and you will see the boundless beauty that sets love's spirit free. And in the dance of love, forever let it be a testament to love's eternal, boundless sea. That's it. Man. That was fresh. That's fresh off the press, man. You know what I mean?
Well done. Well done.
Yes, sir.
Damn. Hold up. Hold up.
Diane,
Hello.
where'd you find this?
That was fire, bro. I like this energy. I do. There's like this exchange of almost, it's almost like we're trading similar stories, and I'm
But in
not
their
even,
own,
yeah,
their
in
own
their
way,
own,
different. Yeah,
yeah.
beautiful. Yes, sir. I'm feeling the vibe right now.
The thing is, like, normally I'd ask a person, what was this about? Where did this, but I kind of already got an idea of where this is. Do reading any of your stuff trigger you in any type of way, or can you just get through it with no problem?
Um, um, Writing it in itself was very difficult. You know what I mean? Sharing it with the first person I shared with, I didn't get maybe the exact response I was hoping for. But the third time of putting it in the air was painful, but also healing, if you will. You know what I mean? In ways because I've learned to not always look at the negatives in life, to look towards, or I mean, not only to look at the negatives as being negative, to look at the negatives as being a part of growth, about of change, and about of embracing what could possibly come in the future. You know what I mean? And taking the lessons learned and to build it with it. So that's what I choose to do for my healing processes now, is to use the negative experiences to grasp whatever I can out of those things to make me feel better. You know what I mean? Because during the times of those pains, it was quite difficult. You know what I mean? In the heat of the moment, when fists are flying and words are flying and doors shut and slam, you know what I mean? I tend not to be very thoughtful or very concerned about my emotions. I'm just more in reaction. You know what I mean?
Right.
But when I'm able to reflect like this, it helps me to continue the growing pattern. You know what I mean?
I'm with you. I'm with you every step of the way. I got you covered, brother.
Yes.
We got one tonight, folks. We got one tonight. I wasn't expecting this back and forth, but I kind of, seeing as how I kind of got an idea of who I'm working with up here today. I'm not surprised. Uh, just because just just because of where we at right now, I got another one on deck for y'all, man. We about to go into it again. We're gonna close out the Friday right. Uh, I'm torn. I'm trying to decide where do I want to go. I think I got one. I kind of went from one page to another page, and I think I got the one that I want to do here. So let's go ahead and lock in. I titled this one Nights in Vanity. Do me a favor. If you feeling the energy, make sure you hit that button. Show me some in the person some love. Hold on. I gotta get the lighting right in here. I gotta make sure that I can see what I'm reading. I had to turn that on. Sorry. We back. All right. Nights in Vanity. Hold up. Let me get there. On a night where life and death skip out on the cheap stuff for the hard liquor and Celine Dion. An eerie rash spills onto oxy tapestry, layered in stomach rumbling, starved from soul searching. I don't objectify the motives, honestly. Instead, I admonish every bit of its motif. I found their morning afters to be serfdom, borderline neo-Gothic. Watch as these oldest of generations auctionate a soul's character with ancient text. Our eyes are obulettes, the hostages on a larger scale making quips from men. We turn our poems to rage, betray our words for heat in the winter. I tell people all the time who I am, and nobody believes. Like he actually exists. When I say life and death skip out on the cheap stuff for hard liquor and Celine Dion, I was telling myself I'm alive. I'm telling myself my heart will go on. Those obelisks drove all night without a destination, without course, just for a grip of terms. I see nights dress and days comb over, and the tie, my robe, becomes tighter. But nothing to see here, folks, unless you are mature enough to meet me under this mistletoe. I've watched the last sparkle die in the eyes of its master, parted ways with the intellectually select, and marched each hall of respite agony. They are all the same. Sadly, I am not. An observer, maybe, a participant, never.
Again, another one. It's another 100 right there. This one here, I just made content for it today, and I posted it today. It's called Symphony of Destruction, and it was written. Um, it was wrote because of our state of government and the state of the world currently, and you may recognize the title as being from a song because, like I said, sometimes I'm inspired by music. I'm a music lover. I love all music from jazz to blues to rock to heavy rock to rap to reggae. I don't care what it is. I love sound because they stop the voices sometimes. You know what I mean? If I'm not writing the voices down, then I'm listening to the voices. You know what I mean? So here it is: Symphony of Destruction. Give a man a throne, watch him turn divine. Power's a drug, heads roll. It's the devil's design. A roll, his story's echoes unfold. Pied Piper's tune, the masses control. Where marionettes dance into the strings, symphony of destruction, the chaos it brings. Metal minds rust, the system's corroded. Try to find a pulse before it all explodes. Explodes, the fallout severe. Pied Piper's back, leading us astray, it's clear. We dance and sway, puppets in the play. Symphony of madness, we're losing our way. Earthquake shake, world powers crumble and fall. Wars rage above, but one man stands tall. Amidst the despair. Pied Piper's call, it's in the air. We're lost in rhythm, the hypnotic trance. Symphony of ruin, we've lost our chance. Pied Piper's leading, the streets are his stage. We're dancing to the end, turning the final page. Symphony of destruction, it's the end of days. Lost in the music, we're paying the price it pays. Paying the price it pays. The world's unraveling, chaos takes its toll. Caught in the symphony, and we're losing control. That's it.
Boom, 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 boom.
That was also influenced by my yesterday's meeting with you as far as the gang stalking type of thing. You know, what I mean, I've kind of felt like a marionette at times on justice system's strings. You know what I mean, being pulled and tugged. But I'm starting to break loose. If you know what I mean. I found my Father God, you know, who forgives me, and I've repented to, and I've served my time. So now that's the only man I have to answer to. You know what I mean? Spirit, I have to answer to, whatever you may want to call him. I speak to my God in a personal relationship. Like I'm speaking to you right now is how I talk to God. So, you know, I don't follow any formula, but it seems to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's interesting. I love how these transitions are happening. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. Hold up. I'm not even going to do a lot of talking. I'm just going to go into it. My ways are mine's alone, and that is okay with me. At the age of 12, I had already left my humanity, felt it run in the opposite direction. The first ghosts I had ever encountered were the skin suits of a 9-to-5 job. Knuckles looked like a city collapsed in the ridges of a bone. Not one time did we question these people's folklores and broken bones. Those huge hands kept everyone in the house fed. Even the wire jaw had his full. I envied him. Someone as smooth as the capable, that reliable, put in that position of feeding falsehoods to an innocent goat, flagging ends of tunnels away. Ligatures left remaining on smalls of backs I didn't know any better. So rode on their acceptances down a template void, a temple. I envied him. His clench was like leaps of fortuity glassed on the broken edges of arrowheads. We look to everyone to complete us. In doing so, become mispronounced words. And there lies a void of homonyms, antiquating old rarity letters falling to dusk as a son's grief ages, his headstone ages, his ages. It is this is it. Breathe. And chapter makes sense to this opposable thumb. And his hands, they are swift, cold, callous, calculated eyes soar. The very rinds of a platonic sun tells you family is nothing on the lips of plenty bargains. And I can't identify anymore. What do we do to get your approval? Says Black Lives Matter. A movement. Tomorrow, the daughters of hills, Appalachians, dumpster divers, lollygagging in dark crucibles. I envied them, learned how to gather my apparitions under a roof and create a fort just like country looking out only for itself. Thank you for teaching the value of humble pie.
Wow. Well, we are certainly in a vibe right now. So I'm gonna swing back around, and I'm gonna, if you don't mind, I'm gonna share one that that definitely coincides, and I was definitely feeling, and I know that the world felt. And it was a video that I made not too long ago. People that may follow me or have been watching, you'll see it. Um, the name of the song is not like they're not like us, and it was based on Kendrick Lamar's song, um, but it has a lot to do with what our current stuff in our life is going on. Cops rolling down the block 5-0. Blue lights flash and tensions grow. George Floyd's face, we can't let it go. Systems rigged from the high to the low. They not like us, they not like us. Badge and a gun, they think they're righteous. Power's corrupted so unsightly. We in the streets demand injustice. Trump in the house playing a fool. Stoking the flames, breaking every rule. Blind to the pain, ignorant and cruel. They not like us, they not like us. Badge and a gun, they think they're righteous. Power's corrupted so unsightly. We walk in the streets demanding justice. Knee on the neck, 8 minutes long. Breathing his last. Something ain't right. Something is wrong. Cameras rolling. The world's looking on. This ain't the land of the free. Carry on. Protests erupt. Voices getting loud. Fighting for change. Breaking through the cloud. Tired of the lies. Tired of being cowed. Time for the people to rise to take a bow. They not like us. They not like us. Badge and a gun. They think they're righteous. Power's corrupted so unsightly. We in the streets demand injustice. No justice. No peace. That's the decree. From the streets to the halls, let the freedom ring. We won't back down till we're all set free. Corrupt cities burning, can't you see? Yeah, that's the end. Um, this was a very personal poem for me because I lived here in San Diego during the riots after George Floyd's, passing, and I have firsthand have seen a lot of corruption with the justice system. So it hit me pretty solid, you know what I mean? And I felt like I was under that knee. You know what I mean? I felt like I was under that knee as I was watching that. And I was with the protest. I was with the thing that was going on. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, that's the state of our world right now. You know what I mean? It's corrupt. So I had to share that.
Well
Doesn't matter
done, sir.
color, where you're from, we all can see the depression. We can see the damage around us. So if you're blinded, wake up. Open your eyes because it's all around us. It doesn't matter who you are.
That's a whole fact. That's a whole
Yes, sir.
fact. Hey, we just gave y'all back to back,
Jewelry.
back to back. Like
Yeah.
that's a first. That's a first here. Shout out to this brother for pulling up and even getting in with this at all. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. Every single poem that you presented tonight needed to
You as
be
well, my
read.
friend.
Um, honored, humbled to be in the presence of another writer where we can actually just do this without no issue whatsoever. I'm
Yes, sir.
sure you have plenty of stuff just lined up, just like me. That's why it's so easy for us to just
Yeah,
flow like this.
I'm working on another one. So next week when I pull up, I'm gonna pull out that one, and it's gonna be something that's gonna be mind blowing. I haven't gotten even written down yet, but it's been pieces of my mind that I've been working on, and so it's gonna come forward the next time we have a meeting together like this.
Sounds good. Sounds good. We about to wind down here. Do y'all want one more? I can give y'all one more before we close out. Um.
Yeah, one more. Yeah, do your thing. Let's do
All
this.
right. All right. So this one right here, I did this and I had a YouTube channel prior to this. When I recorded it, it had music to it, but I never did it a cappella. So I'm gonna go ahead and read this one, and we're gonna close the show out. Just my way of saying thank you to everybody. Shout out to let me see if I can find this real quick. I want to give a shout out. Somebody just followed me on Twitch. I don't know if they still watching. I can't see it from here. But somebody just followed me from Twitch. I want to say thank you for following me. I will follow you back over there. You have my word on that. I Let me give you the Don DeMarco. You deserve the Don DeMarco. Shout out to Miss Psychedelic. Shout out to everybody that's watching from TikTok. Deanne Young, Vaughn Sensei, Sunrise Sensei. Salutes.
Don DeMarco.
Bang, 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 bang.
Had to do that one for y'all real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into this last one. Close this show out. Y'all feeling me? You know what to do. Black Poet's pain is void a topic, a vision in which his pen wants to lay next to his emotions after sin. Black Poet's pain lies in the cemetery without a headstone, and all of his life has sailed off to the sea in pursuit of it. Black is this poet's pain. But not because my DNA strand is destined to return to its origins. To be honest, the sum of the answer is too backwards and adverts. Do you want to hear the sound rotted soil make from unfolded hands? How its giggle infects its audience? Would you like to hear about the legacy we carry and bury because they detach us, topple us, monetize our speech, turn us into creepy crawlers loitering your local market? Or would you prefer a more uncut version, race talk, stained sheets with bite marks from no's becoming yeses, YouTube twerk battles, shut off lights, COVID-19 cases, or how the apple does not fall far from the tree. Maybe you like to know how it feels to be looked at like you're the disease. Why all of my fingerprints match the description. Why my black women look down from a place of superiority when they think we're inferior. Why I keep returning the life given me when God's loved me enough to let me keep it. Black poet's pain has cried more than it has rained. He has a trail of cold cases following him everywhere he goes in the form of expectancy. He cannot be a nerd or a lover of comics. They say we have enough superheroes. If that's true, I wouldn't have all of these complaints. Helicopters flying over my head and nightcasters battle zombies feeding on birds of the land. My dick in the joke at every table. I could do this up, but I've seen Stranger Things, Netflix with a nigga. All this talk about faces facing fortuitous folklore's night or might take a chunk out of my homeostasis status, space, spacious, and irony and Constantine poetry. Black man jabbing to his fullest potential becomes a haymaker. I want to swim through the spirits and crevices edited in my direction and blow a hole out of the back of moon head at room temperature, forced entry because of the jagged fingers lingering with the cunts who took my name directly into their succubus veins 5 years ago, vividly tripping each other's mannerisms into crack of dawns. Yeah, I was a woken head on peculiar swivel minds, tapped to nitrous oxide, boy band and a million creases from making war paint tortuous. See these drywall hump sheets of wallpaper until the fat's gone. I gotta be back like single points of mission. And here I thought wizards and warlocks practice dog magic when the shadows poked its belly out from Transylvania or some made up place we haven't seen. I thought every city had hooked jaws.
Very deep and metaphorical, man. And I love the way you put those words together, bro. Definitely. Hey, I got one more for you too as well. This one's called "Break the Mold." In caverns of conformity we dwell. Hear whispers of the crowd, their siren spell. Speak echoes of the norm, a scripted play. See shadows cast by doubt, lead us astray. Listening in on flesh, breeze cold hum, oppressive words spoken, leave spirits numb. None free from chains of blind belief, take the liberty to look beyond this grief. Blinded by the light of polished shine, they see faith as less divine. Open eyes to truths unseen, untold. In individual's depths, stories unfold. Break free from the chorus, find your voice. See the world anew, make conscious choice. In the tapestry of souls, your thread gleams bright. Hear your heart's own rhythm in the darkest night. Speak your truth with courage, let it soar. See the beauty and differences we all explore. In the dance of individuality, we're set free. Embrace the unique spirit eternally. That's it. That's all.
Dom DeMarco.
Excellent way to close out the show, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you
We had
so
that vibe
much.
going.
Oh yeah, the entire stream, man. Shout out, shout
Yep.
outs. I can't wait to lock us all in at some point, man. I want to see nothing but us up here just doing their thing like this, man. Um, I gotta get you on one of these ciphers. You gotta tap in. We gonna
Yeah,
have
I wanted to say, if I could, is that it's always been a natural thing for me to piece things together, and I think I kind of like felt your vibe from the East Coast to the West Coast and knew what I had to present today. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing on my content. I don't exactly look at everything I'm doing, but I put them together. And when I look at it afterwards, like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, from the title to the visuals to the writing to it, just all seems to flow exactly the way I was feeling during the time of creation. You know what I mean? And very little is off kilter. You know what I mean? It's always usually a natural placed together by a vibe. You know what I mean? And I would love to be in a cipher to see if I can still hold that type of vibe. You know what I mean? That'd be interesting. I would love to see that.
we're gonna try to lock in for something next week. Definitely.
Sure.
Lord willing. But you enjoy the rest of your evening, sir, and everybody that's watching. Appreciate y'all out tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The After Hours returns. Make sure you tap in. You never really know with me what's going to happen. I might mess around and do a double stream. I might do a triple stream. We don't know. But yeah, I'll catch up with y'all, man. Oh, I got some announcements too, man. We'll talk though. I'm gonna make a post about it.
I'm
Anyway,
subscribed. I'm locked in with you, so you know when you're on, I see you. So I'll be around.
all right, man. All right. This is
got
the
that.
Addict Virtual Open Mic. Yeah, good night.
Victory is ours. Victory is ours. Victory is ours. Victory